This episode of Facing Waves was brought to you by the Crystal Coast, North Carolina's gem. With more than 85 miles of enticing coastline, water plays a key role in the culture and activities surrounding North Carolina's beautiful Crystal Coast. Separating Bogue Banks from mainland Carteret County, Bogue Sound is one of the largest bodies of water in the region, and being shielded from south winds, its calm waters are an ideal starting point for anyone visiting the area.
So the Crystal Coast is very different from back in New England where I'm from. I'm used to rocky coastlines, rocky beaches, and out here the sandy beaches seem to go on forever. And they have these really unique estuaries that are like mazes that you can paddle. And it's great for beginner paddlers because it's not terribly deep. It's pretty calm and protected. Even if the tide is coming in and going out and there's current, you can kind of duck in and weave out. That was my favorite part of Bogue Sound. It was like exploring a maze, trying to find our way in and out, and also trying to find our way to the beaches on the other side. It just seemed to go on forever.
Bogue Sound is such a varied place. You know, there are parts of it that are a mile or more across, but it's full of oyster bars, it's full of marsh, full of these spoils islands out here. The marshlands are a critical factor here, is not only for water quality, but also for fishing and shellfishing. They are the areas that are probably the best places to fish around here. They hold a lot of bait. They are nursery areas for juvenile fish like speckled trout, like drum, like small flounder. It's the prettiest area. It's very productive. The oyster bars, the marshes together produce most of the important seafood around here.
We were fortunate to meet up with Dr. Bogus, who has a lot of knowledge about the local area and the fisheries.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the island of Bogue Banks, right in Emerald Isle here. And one thing that's notable about this area, it is full of the oyster bars, as we can see behind us here. You can clam, scallop, oyster. Biggest commercial industries here are pretty much the shellfish. Here we have a lot of oysters and used to have more. And that's related particularly to the water quality here. But there's a lot of effort to fix that problem. And mainly it has to do with monitoring and minimizing the runoff. There are several things that filter water naturally here. And oysters filter typically one single oyster, one little edible oyster, incredible edible oyster. You know, 50 gallons a day go through that oyster shell. And if you multiply that by the thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of oysters here, you can see how that could really impact the water quality.
Bogue Sound for sure is the perfect water sports destination. You have kiting, you have stand-up paddling, you also have surfing on the ocean side, you have kayaking, you have windsurfing. There's just a variety of different things someone can participate in, and perfect for beginners.